Season 2 of my team is here. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Everybody is excited. There's so much to do. It's so much fun. I enjoy everything, he said sarcastically. It's all good. Like I said, Season 2 is here, and we could not be happier about it. And I'm not sarcastic in any way, shape, or form about that. Look, the reality of the situation. Let me give you my pure thoughts of season 2 before we get too far into this. If for somebody who is a 2K enthusiast or somebody who grinds 2K heavily, it's good because we're probably closer to trophy case rewards than majority of people. For anyone who is kind of more on the spectrum of like a casual, only plays for a few hours, it's not really that great because it's just more of the same from season 1. So if you're behind already, you're going to continue to be behind and you're not really getting rewarded along the way, which is kind of an issue. So let's go through what we can expect in NBA 2K23 My Team this week. Now, it's always really tough to do any type of predictions for the first week of the season because you really don't know. Like we can guess, but it's hard to really know after like week 1. 2K is kind of predictable. You can kind of nail down exactly what they're going to do from this point forward. Like, how the weeks are going to go. You may not know the exact cards they're coming out, but for a fact, like, okay, we're getting this on Monday, this on Tuesday, this on Wednesday, leaks on Thursday, and packs on Friday, right? Like, you know that at the end of the day. But when it comes to the first week, we don't really know how the season's going to go or how it's going to be laid out in any way, shape, or form. So let's try to guess, I guess. Monday, I don't think we see anything really of note aside from the very first, season 2, week 1. The one thing I will say about that is I do believe that they're going to be pretty heavy on the trophy case pieces. I think that, like we saw last season towards the end, we were getting stuff like current team photo exchanges, elite franchise moments, elite franchise highlights, like stuff like that for doing the week 1, part 1, or week 1, part 3 stuff. Yes, the requirements were a little out there at times, but at the end of the day, we were still getting them, and I expect them to kind of pump those out at a heavier level, especially because we're getting Dark Matters at some point at the end of the season, probably 3 days before the season ends, but we're still getting them, so I expect them to kind of pump out probably the same pieces that you're getting through here. And they are already starting to do like daily stuff where we get like a little RNG pack and stuff of that nature, so it's like it is what it is, It's fine. It is fine. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with it. I just wish they would do more on Mondays. I just feel like Monday is like a dead day. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. I mean, with the focus on longer grinds this year in general already, I don't think it has too much of an impact. Tuesday. Now, like I said, this is one of those things where it's like very easy to predict once you start getting the content because you know what's up. But at this point, I have no idea. I've seen people say they're just going to do Shades of again, which wouldn't make sense because we actually already got a bunch of the rookies from last season already with like Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham. Like we've already gotten a bunch of those guys. The only one we haven't gotten is Evan Mobley. So I don't necessarily think that that's probably what's going to go. I think actually they're going to go more in line with like early game 2K21 and do more theme teams. That's my theory anyway. So we're going to see some like dunker sets or something of that nature. Because I mean, last year they just did prime times, and honestly, prime times were super boring. Like the Tuesday sets last year in general were super boring. Like the Swish sets were really cool, but at the end of the day, they were super boring still because it's just like a random set that anyone could be in. I just like I'm a sucker for theme sets, man. That's why I think I hold 2K20 not from a gameplay perspective but from a content perspective in a higher regard because they were giving us theme sets on deck. Like the grinds were there, theme sets were there, like you know what I mean. So I like the theme sets, but the beginning of 2K21 for the first 2 seasons we had theme sets on Tuesdays. So it'd be like playoff stoppers, back to back, guys who went back to back to the finals, stuff like that. I believe that was season 1 was kind of more general, and then we got to season 2 and it was like dunkers, international. I forgot what the other one was. There was dunkers, international. What was the other one? Team ups. So guys who like teamed up, stuff like that. Loyalty, guys who never left their squad. That's kind of more what I expect to see this season in the Tuesday sets. Now, they're going to be 95 pink diamonds, at least initially. I think they do power scale pretty rapidly, though. I think we see 96 pink diamonds and opals before too long, probably somewhere between the midway point of the season, if I'm being honest. So we'll see. We're also going to see a new takeover player, and I would expect it to go in the same vein as Wiggins. Wiggins, I think, was really good, though, and what I've noticed is once we get a really good one, we'll have 2 weeks of super trash ones for Tuesday. So expect to see some absolute garbage. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't really know who it would be. It could be anyone because I just don't know for the most part. But I wouldn't even be shocked seeing something like a Boozer or like that level of player. It'd be cool to see some old dude. Like some really old dude. I'm talking like Walt Bellamy, Mikan type era. You know, that would be pretty sick. Just because why not? We're in season 2. Who cares? That's probably more what we're going to see. Because, I mean, we saw Alex English on Tuesday. English was actually really slept on. I actually think he's a lot better than people say, but still. Bill Russell, same thing. Bill Russell is one of the most annoying defensive cards in the game. People said that he was the same as Ben Wallace. Bill Russell was significantly better than Ben Wallace at what he did. I know, sacrilege almost, but I do truly believe that. Also, Patrick Beverly release, not too bad. You're not shooting with a 28 three-pointer, but you know. So I would expect someone in that kind of vein, not necessarily like a non-shooter, but like an older player and someone that A, isn't going to be too hyped, and B, probably isn't going to be the greatest. Don't think they're going to be quite as bad as like Elgin Baylor, but close to it. Wednesday, we're getting our first moments things. Now, I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work. Like, they are very, very, also, we could easily see, by the way, I just want to specify this. Tuesday, we could very easily not even see, like, a kind of promo pack in the traditional sense. We could easily just see, like, a moments type pack. Like, that is very, very possible. As you can see, like, you can't buy any of the current series, not even current series, but like the base set. Like, you can't buy season 2 Eerie packs. So they're probably going to fill that void at some point. I would assume that it's going to be like a moments pack, or it's going to have something to do with moments. We could even see the return of throwback moments on Tuesday, which throwback moments were my jam, dude. If you guys remember back in 2K20, for the 57 of you guys that actually watched me back then, I used to be so hyped on throwback moments because we would get the most random cards. And that always warms my heart, for sure. Still holding out for the PD Greg Ostertag. I'm working on it. I don't know, man. How they're going to deploy the moments on Wednesday is going to be very interesting to me, because here are 2 scenarios that I think are realistic, right? It's either going to be an agenda grind, where it may or may not be worth it, but it's still going to provide us with some extra cards to grind for. That's scenario A. Scenario B is the Tuesday packs come out and there's some sort of pack, like who knows what they're actually going to be, and then on Wednesday they take a few moments, guys, and they just throw them in the packs that we've already received. That is scenario B, and something they've done time and time again, so not out of the realm of possibility. Or scenario C, which I actually think is the most likely. I think they take the NBA moments, guys, so guys that would have performed very well in the first couple games of the season. Take those guys, put them in the packs from Tuesday on Wednesday to encourage more people to open packs, and then go over to the agenda and they do another takeover style grind for another 1 to maybe 3 throwback moments, guys. That would be my guess as to what's going to happen, but it just kind of remains to be seen. We'll also get another agenda thing like week 1, part 1, or part 2, I think. You know, it is what it is. The season 1 packs are not going anywhere, by the way. Just to specify, like, there's no expiration date on these, so these will be here for the entirety of the season. They probably don't remove them until season 3, and then they go ahead and replace them with season 2 super packs. These are going to be here all year. I guarantee it. Like, the previous season super packs will never leave the market. They will always be posted up right there, because they could generate revenue for 2K at any point, so it's not really in their best interest to even remove them. People will still buy these occasionally, for sure. Somebody, yeah, Hex said Bob Cousy as a takeover reward, and I honestly, yeah, dude, that sounds super accurate. Like to what I'm expecting, yeah, that sounds super, super accurate. We really haven't gotten a center though, like Bill Russell. That was about it, right? I'm pretty sure we didn't get another center outside of him. Just a bunch of power forwards, so a center would make a lot of sense. Don't really know who that would be necessarily, but yeah, a center would make kind of a lot of sense actually. That makes sense. Thursday, we don't get anything but the reveal. And then Friday. I've been wrong pretty much every single time about Friday content. So I'm going to keep this short because I've been incorrect. And I thought for sure I was going to be correct. I was not correct. There has been no LeBron James. There has been no Kobe Bryant. There's been no T-Mac. There's been no Durant. I mean, hold on. Let me see. Friday's the Halloween set, right? Is it? What's the date? Hold on. Oh, it's the 23rd today? Yeah, Friday's the Halloween set. For sure. So I would fully... Let me see when we got the Halloween set last year, because I don't remember if it was the week prior, because it landed on like a weird time. So hold on one second. Let me see when we got Possessed last year. Possessed we got... Or was it Alter Ego? Alter Ego was last year. The 29th. Yeah, so that would be the 28th this week or this year. So yeah, we're gonna get Halloween set. We got Durant last year, LeBron the year before. So I'm gonna shout Giannis. I'm gonna say it's actually gonna be a pink diamond 95 overall Giannis that we're gonna see this Friday. Could be wrong. Could be any of the high tier guys, but I would say because it's Halloween, they always drop fire on Halloween. I'm gonna go ahead and say Giannis. Pink diamond Giannis is coming, and he's gonna be the most annoying card on both gens. Without a doubt. Oh, and he'll be like 2 million MT for sure. Like without a doubt. No question. Yeah, that's going to be my shout for that set. What the set's going to be, I don't know if they're doing, probably the same promos. So it's going to be something like the Ferocious set, I would guess. So it's going to be like, I don't know, Freak set or something. I don't know. Like freakish set. I don't know. Something stupid, I'm sure. But that's definitely what we're going to see. I don't think there's any way that we don't see Giannis, honestly. I mean, yes, it might be LeBron. Yes, it might be Durant. Yes, it might be Kobe. Like, we're getting a big name player because they always do this on Halloween. Also, do not think for a second that they will not find some way to make this annoying and make you open more packs, because they always do in relation to Halloween, whether it be limited time players, multiple versions, like when we saw the masked versions last year. There is no way we don't see some sort of annoying pack. I wouldn't even be shocked if they were guaranteed packs. We haven't gotten guaranteed packs this year, I don't believe. So I wouldn't be shocked to see 21,000 MT guaranteed packs come back, rear their ugly head this weekend. So be expecting that for sure. And if they are doing limited time players, which they didn't do last year, thankfully. Well, I mean, they did a bunch of times, just not on Halloween is what I'm saying. Expect them to drop random guys on Saturday and Sunday as well. So I don't know. I want to see how right I was at the end of this. I'm very curious to see what week 1 of season 2 holds for us, because I think it's going to be really strange. And also probably the exact same. All I want is some small grinds for people. That's it. Other than that, you can do whatever you want monetization wise. Doesn't matter at that point.